Right, okay, if you're going to be like wanting to learn flips, get yourself a helmet, safety and all that jazz. Yeah. It's backflip time. Oh my god, you can backflip! Oh my god! Right, so yeah, flips. Sort of, if you can do them, or if you just learn them, you're learning them, blah blah blah. As soon as you do them, doesn't make you like some sort of pro. Backflips are actually quite a basic trick. You see all these kids who've just learned to flip and then they're bragging that they can flip and then all they bloody do is flips and flippity flip, flippy flip. And it's silly and you should stop doing it. Backflip's gay. It's quite a basic trick. You're not Jesus, you're not going to get sponsored just because you can flip. Just please, flip whores, stop it. Stop it now. Tip uno. Has to do with your speed and what ramps you're doing it on. You want to find yourself a quarter that you're sort of comfortable on, but I don't really recommend coping that much. It sort of kicks you back a bit, but if you're comfortable on a ramp with coping, then do it on coping. You want to sort of find yourself a 5-foot transition, not too steep, you know, something where you can actually get far out of the ramp and not land basically next to the coping every time you do a fly out for. And you want to be hitting it with speed, obviously. If you're going 2 miles an hour at a flip, you're going to lose your head. And it's important to find that right balance between speed where you're not going so high that you're not going to be able to control yourself, but you're not going too slow that you're not going to be able to rotate it. So it's really selective what you do. And like, just find something that suits you and what you're doing. Tip uno. The hardest part about a flip is the first flip. Like, it's an easy trick because all you're doing is holding onto your scooter and just pulling back. Like, there's no technical stuff going on. It's just a motion essentially. But the hardest thing is getting over the fear of that first flip, trying it to either foam, resi or wood, anything. And that's obviously a good point. If you have access to a foam pit, just try it. Just keep trying it. Once you get around to there, then just take it up, move around, like move up the ramps. And the hardest part that will ever be of a flip is just trying it the first time. It doesn't matter what ramp you're on. Like, if you're trying it on a 5-foot jump box and you're moving onto like a 4-foot fly out, you're going to be scared to try the flip the first. You will be, and that's the hardest part. It's just getting over the fear of trying. Tip uno. So, when I see kids doing their first flips, obviously you try and pull so early up the ramp, like you're like coming up to it and you're already pulling back, and that's so wrong. That's when you're going to start injuring yourself. It goes back to the whole controlling yourself whilst doing it. I mean, yeah, it's scary at first and you just want to spin it as fast as you can, but it's going to lead to an injury. That goes back to the foam pit. Like, if you have a foam pit, just learn the motion and get it right. But as you come up the ramp, you sort of want to be sort of 3/4, maybe at the top of the ramp. As your front wheel hits the transition, that's when you want to start pulling. And the amount of times you see kids like pumping up the tranny and then they're skimming their head on the coping, it's tragic, and that's when things go wrong. So sort of keep it controlled and don't start pulling until you're at the top of the ramp. Okay, so commitment. This is tip uno. Commitment. It's important to commit the whole way through. If you pull the flip and you chuck your scooter might be the momentum of that flip and you're just going to fall. It's important to commit, even if you think you're going to over-rotate. It's better to over-rotate than under-rotate, because, I mean, your back's going to look ugly anyway, and well, you want to keep a pretty face. So make sure you commit, and as you're coming around, the first thing you're going to see is a floor. And that's when you decide in your head, you have a choice. Am I going to land this one? Am I not going to land this one? And there's no shame in taking a foot off or taking both your feet off as you see the floor, just to get the feel for it, put your feet down and sort of land straight without falling. There's no shame in doing that. It's just working on the flip, working on it, getting up to what you're comfortable in doing. And that's the hardest thing to do, get comfortable with going upside down. I mean, takes different people. Like, some people get used to it straight away, some people don't, but it's important just to commit the whole way through, and as you see the floor, that's the decision. Land, not land. And after a while, the more flips you do, you'll get more and more comfortable, and you're just going to land one after a while. different people do different flips in different ways. Like some people do it in certain ways, some people in others. You know, it's important to see what suits you the most. Like if you're doing straight flips at first and someone's telling you to tuck up more, don't. If you're comfortable doing it straight, just do it straight for a while until you're comfortable and you're not scared of them anymore. And that's really just the most important thing. Getting out of your comfort zone and then dragging them flips into your comfort zone, and then backflips. But as soon as you backflip, you do not become a flip ball. Flips aren't everything. There are a lot harder tricks than flips. Alright, flips game. So that's pretty much everything I can give you on flips. Like it is a basic trick. Like you're not doing anything technical. Hands and feet on the scooter and you're just pulling back. You're just getting over it and then you're pulling back. As soon as you do one, you understand exactly what I mean. It's ridiculously easy. It's just scary. Right? So don't forget to like, favourite, subscribe to Pipe Productions. Trick Tips Tuesday every Tuesday. It's in the name. That's quite cool. Obviously, comment below if you want to see, like, if you're having any problem with any trick. Just chuck it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. You know. So yeah, come out. Good luck with flips. You know. Be fearless and then stop doing them. Flip altogether. Bye bye.
Did you not hear that?
Oh my damn!